call law Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect who's pushing this word in all sincerity and all truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And title of this lesson, I don't even know. I guess it'll be the Chariots are raising eyebrows. Put it that way. This is an article from RT.com. And this article is dated for the day, March 2021, 22. It says the U.S. has secret evidence of quite a few more UFO sightings than have been made public, says former Intel chief. With the June 1st deadline fast approaching for the Pentagon and the U.S. intelligence agencies to submit their reports on UFO sightings, a former senior official has stated there have been quite a few more than have been made public. A former director of national intelligence under the Trump administration, John Ratcliffe, recently spoke with Fox News host Maria Bartiromo, lamenting that his office wasn't able to get more of the report on an unclassified format before he left his post. And when we talk about sightings, we are talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots or have been picked up by satellite imagery that frankly engage in actions that are difficult to explain. Ratcliffe said that, adding that the events have been recorded by multiple sensors. Some of the incidents included maneuvers that are impossible to perform with current human technology, including supersonic travel with a sonic boom. Ratcliffe insisted that in his public interest for the information to be released. Okay. And he said, military officials always seek a plausible explanation, but there are many instances in which this is simply not possible. There are instances where we don't have good explanation for some of the things that we have seen. The upcoming report is part of the $2.3 trillion COVID-19 relief bill, which former U.S. President Donald Trump signed into law in December. Within the relief bill is the Senate Intelligence Committee's Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, which contains a committee comment section that will address unidentified aerial phenomena. The report must identify any and all threats posed by these UFOs and provide an assessment on whether they could possibly be highly advanced technology possessed by foreign adversaries of the U.S. or whether they are potentially extraterrestrial in nature. The report is expected to be submitted in unclassified form, but may include a classified annex, adding further intrigue to the situation. In 2020, several videos were declassified by the U.S. Navy and reported to show some of these UFO incidents. One of the videos was shot in November 2004, while the other two originated from 2015 and were notable for the shock commentary by two Navy FA-18 Super Hornet pilots. In 2020, former CIA Director John Brennan also discussed UFO sightings, hinting that some might consider that the unusual activity constitutes a different form of life. Meanwhile, the Defense Department announced the creation of an unidentified aerial phenomena task force. All right, so Esau basically is on high alert, and there's no technology that can match the chariots of the Most High. We know what they are through the scriptures. They're the chariots. They've been here since the beginning, and a good most detailed version that we got was out of the book of Ezekiel. Okay, and he had a first-hand account. I mean, a lot of prophets saw these chariots. Ezekiel went into further detail about a lot of these. This is Ezekiel chapter 1. Now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of God. And the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chebar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire unfolding itself, and the brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof was the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. So Ezekiel saw a great whirlwind. He saw one of these things come out of the clouds. And Esau knows what this is. He knows what's up, or he wouldn't have created no fifth branch of the military. They know what this means. These are signs for them to let them know that we're pretty much at the end of this age, and that Yahweh Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai is coming back to take these kingdoms down. Also, this is 5. Also, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and there was the appearance, and they had the likeness of a man. I'm gonna skip down because it was something that I wanted to, And he goes in on how every which way these things turned, the spirit was with him, But this is what I wanted to get to. 14. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now, if you know how fast the flash of lightning is, a lot of times you could barely catch it. It's within seconds. And there is no Mach speed that any of these jets can go that can keep up, or even let alone maneuver from laterally or up and down with these chariots. So this definitely brings an alarm and great fear. And this is how we're going to be delivered out of here. The Lord is going to send his chariots to deliver his elect. His elect that is scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Okay. But it says, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Just try to picture that in your mind, how fast that is. That's within seconds. We're going to get another scripture. This is book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows? Okay. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. So we are compassed about by the cloud. The clouds are great witnesses of them chariots, and they know how to hide. Chariots, or a lot of times they're up there. They can morph into so many different things. They can go into places that ships can't go. They can go deep underwater. They can go way past places where satellites can go. I mean, you can't put you pretty much can't put no limitations on these things. This is spiritual tech. This is something beyond the technology of this world. This is Psalms chapter 68 and verse 17. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. So there are limitless amounts of chariots, and I'm pretty sure like a handful of them chariots would tear up quite a few nations. The power of those chariots. Esau can't do nothing. He can't do nothing with them. This is Mark It's a quick lesson. I'm not going to be long. This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 24. We're going to start right there. But in those days after the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. And he shall send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost parts of the earth to the uttermost parts of heaven. And the way we're going to be delivered out here, it's definitely going to be different than anything that has ever been seen on the face of this earth. And I'm gonna get this one last scripture. As a matter of fact, I just thought of it. I think it's if I can find it. Okay, okay. Bear with me a little bit. Okay, because this particular passage talks about the strangeness of our salvation. I can't find that scripture. I think it's in Solomon. Let's go here. Let's just start with Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. And then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Okay, this is gonna be strange. This is something that a lot of these nations they're not gonna understand. They're not gonna look at that. They don't look at us being number one is who we are, and number one that God made a covenant with us, and He's going to save us. So I hope this was edifying, and with that I would like to say shalom.